Picks up and sings on. I'm Jim Monaghan. I'm your host for tonight at Govanhill Baths. This is not a bum's night. I want to start off in a wee sad note, actually, just a wee, not a minute's silence, but a wee recognition of applause for one of our finest local Roma musicians here, Martin Lacko, who sadly passed away a couple of days involved in a band who rehearsed here at Baths. Fantastic band if you get a chance to see them. Icarida Jal, it's a local kind of Celtic Roma fusion band, and Mark sadly, after a few years here in Govanhill, passed away a couple of days. So we'll have a wee applause for our outside for that. Govanhill Baths Community Trust exists to try and rebuild this wonderful building. It's a tenary this year. We'll be launching a book, a tenary book on March the 19th, all about the history of this place and in part about the history of our campaign to save the pool. For those who don't know, if you've been here before, you'll hear me say this 100 times, but we started off in 2001 when the council closed this building. The local people said no and occupied the building. It's the longest continuous occupation of a public building in British history. For 147 days they occupied this building and a 24-hour picket outside, in a heroic effort to try and save the pool. We lost on that occasion that year, but over the years with organisation, the skills we brought together, the people we brought together, we won the battle and we're back in rebuilding this pool. And tonight is about that, so we're celebrating our spoken word and poetry and rap scene, but it's also about raising money to help towards the cost of getting the Baths back together, not just existing out as a community centre and arts venue, but properly as a swimming pool and functioning asset to the community. And tonight's organised by Govanhill Theatre Group, who's something that's sprung up here in the Baths over the couple of years. They kind of just came together with people who came in and out of the Baths from various organisations. We now have a kind of full-time, once it gets a wee bit warmer from March, a 100-seat theatre in the back in the old Stray. On your seats there's the Glasgow Comedy Festival and Film Festival for the Comedy Festival lineup, which is a whole series of events taking place there in March. You can buy tickets, the details are in there if you want. And we do a whole load of kind of arts events over here. These kind of nights are part of it. And this is not a bum's night. There's no whiskey, there's no haggis, and there's no buns. I mean, Brabby buns is everybody will be talking about them all week and celebrating them as whatever it is. You see them as a bit of a dick, serial shagger, a Republican, or whatever. It doesn't matter because he's not here tonight. But I'm going to start off with just a wee short poem by a more contemporary Ayrshire poet, not me, a guy called Jonas Templeton. Who you should check out if you ever get a chance. He's got a great CD for sale somewhere on the internet called Burns of Delta. He's in the tradition of Ravi Burns, a Scots language poet, but he writes about contemporary issues. And this is a very, very short poem Jonas wrote in 1999. Does anyone know what prach is? Maybe for Ayrshire. Prach's the stuff that you steal for your workplace, that's what it is. The stuff you take home as a bonus, as an undeclared bonus. This is a poem about prach, and it was written in 1999 by Jonas Templeton. When she first came to power in 1979, we had the Killach, Barney, High House and Soren Mine. Now it's 20 years later, they've shut all the pits and there's no place in Ayrshire for free towels or bits. We're going to start off the night. We've got a great line-up tonight, absolutely fantastic line-up. Later on you'll see Loki and Becky Wallace. For those who don't know, Loki's a legendary Glasgow rapper and Becky's a fantastic singer-songwriter. In the first half we have, if I can read my name right with the respects, sorry, I'm really that good with a memory. In the first half we're going to have a scene from Kate Tempest's play Wasted. It's going to be performed by members of our in-house theatre group, Govanhill Theatre Group. We're going to have a reading from a novel by a local novelist, Peter Owen. We're going to have our very own LM, our local Govanhill rapper. And also we're going to kick off tonight with a fantastic young poet and writer. We've got a very burgeoning great scene here in Scotland right now and in Glasgow of young poets and writers been coming through over the last couple of years. This is one of the fine examples of it, so but you get a big Govanhill welcome to Cat Hepburn.
year, this is my first ever Burns Night as a performer. And my first poem is going to be a feminist reenactment of Tam O'Shanter. Not really. That would be far too long, but very interesting. So the first one I'm going to do is a love letter to Glasgow. Glasgow. It's been 7 years, and don't get me wrong, there have been frolics and tears, but I've grown awfully fond of you, and I know you're not the soppy kind, but I've written you a wee love letter. I hope you don't mind. Far too many to choose, but let's start with nights out. Everyone knows the distinct difference between going out and going out. From the little sweaty gems like La Chita and the Sub Club, to the bricked Bat Cave SWG3 and countless pubs. Posh West End thespian-filled haunts, reeking of whiskey, pubs with dartboards and pubbies and old men getting tipsy. Cocktail hangouts with tie-free after-work drinkers and student dives with young people getting frisky. Late-night revellers navigating themselves over the cobblestones of Ashton Lane. Remarkably, the ones in the highest of heels not showing a glimpse of pain. And for the morning after the night before, when my mouth's dry and my heat sore, you are the god of hangover cures. A bright, orange, fizzy, ice-cold iron brew, the beverage to get me through, and as we all know, only a glass bottle will do. Glasgow. You have so many places to go, things to see, amazing venues, the Barrowlands, the Hydro, the SCCC and the ABC. And the grand old Oakbury, home to gun-toting, cowboy boots-wearing fun folkies. The Barras, where butchers wear microphone headsets and spit words faster than MCs. Where you can buy a sword, Viagra, knock-off trainers and a carpet if you please. I'm charmed by the Duke of Wellington and his orange cone headwear, and was impressed by the movement to keep it. It shows how much Glaswegians care. It's your sense of humour that I think I love the most. You never fail to make me laugh. You don't take yourself too seriously, from Hurricane Bobag to Taps Aff. Glasgow. Summers with you are the best. Kelvin Grove Park, students, BAMs and everyone in between. Sizzling barbecues, daisy chains, hidden tinnies and cones of ice cream. Speaking of which, your food is delicious. And no, I'm not going to resort to cliches like deep-fried Mars bars, but other dishes. Scram from Japan, Malaysia, Vietnam, France and Italy. And your homegrown Scottish fare rarely fails to delight me. I know I'm fussy, because I'm vegetarian, but you cater for me better than any other city in Europe, and I cringe when people perpetuate the myth to play up to the assumptions of tourists. In saying that, and I know they're full of fat, but you can't eat chips and cheese, especially after a drink or two. It's a standard Friday night snack, but no one understands that better than you. Glasgow. I love you because you're open-minded, you're not a xenophobe or a homophobe. You welcome the LGBT community and visitors from around the globe. And although I know I would enjoy a lesbian kiss, I feel your warmth and friendliness. It's everywhere, it's hard to miss. From the man that tells jokes in my local corner shop, to a stranger's banter in the taxi queue, to the hairdresser that tells me her whole life story, to a chat with an old lady on the number 42. There's a rich and cosmopolitan mix of people that make up this city, and I know you get accused of being grimy and gritty, but I just need to look up to remind myself of how beautiful you are. Nobody can dispute your stunning buildings and architecture. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is thank you, Glasgow. You get better each day. And I'm not saying that I will never play it away, but you're my favourite place to write, and I say we're together with nothing but pride. Thank you. So this next one is called Women's Magazines. I'm pissed off at a certain type of magazine, easily digestible publications for women and teens. They are reductive shit, teaching me to hate myself and other women and men. But hey, if they tell me what new lipstick to buy, it makes it okay then. They repeat the same old rhetoric about my potential beauty and good health, claiming to reveal that elusive secret which will make me happy and increase my wealth. On the glossy surface and a glance at their interior, they look fun, but they're designed to make us feel inferior. Size zero models on every page encouraging the newest diet fad. They're there to make clothes look good and us feel bad. They promote the obsessive and obscene celebrity culture, paparazzi circling around people like hungry vultures, waiting to get the money shot of them getting out a taxi cab, camera right under the skirt, hoping they're not wearing pants. Mindless gossip and fabricated and exaggerated rumours, growing in young minds like deadly tumours. Spending time on their appearance becomes a need. The illusion of personal choice is beginning to recede. Look how this multi-millionairess has managed to lose all her baby weight and squeeze her ass into a tight dress. Shame on all you normal women without personal trainers or home gyms. Your life would be fine if only you were thin. Adverts on every second page encouraging you to spend money that you don't have. Take out a loan, increase your overdraft, get a credit card, get into debt to get that great handbag it's a must-have. Then there's slut shaming, nasty naming, demonisation, fame turning on and attacking its very own creation. The magnification of flaws, mistakes, problems and normality. These magazines are a threat to our society. Star goes makeup free, she steps out of her house. You can see her unmatching bra through that blouse. Crow's feet, bingo wings, saggy tongue, cellulite bum. She's piled on the pounds after being dumped. A woman who is famous for her ability to sing, vilified for leaving her house without a wedding ring. The circle of shame. Can you believe that she's worn that outfit again? Tips and tricks to change yourself so he will love you more. A quiz. How much sex do you have? Are you a virgin or a whore? 9 telltale signs that your boyfriend is cheating on you. But all your problems will be solved when you buy this killer shoe. A new magical cream to make your skin look flawless. Rewind and reverse the natural aging process. Now, I'm lucky enough to be in an educated position. I grew up with messages at home of empowerment and feminism. But it's not me that I'm worried about. It's the young and impressionable little girls and boys who are taught from a young age to play with certain toys, to act a certain way towards one another, be strong and dominant like a father, or weak and soft like a mother. They compare their imperfections to Photoshop creations, an alternative reality of poreless faces and unrealistic expectations. I'm pissed off at girls' magazines. They encourage me to hate myself and spend money I don't have. Raising a generation of girls who care more about the thigh gap than the pay gap. Thank you. Thank you. So the next one's called FOMO. Does everyone know what FOMO is? It stands for fear of missing out. FOMO. Definition: the fear of missing out, the misconception that everyone else on the planet is having fun and is going out. It's Saturday night. I'm skint and tired, so I decide to stay at home. Recharge my batteries. Have some me time, some I time, some TLC of myself. Some wine time. I'm more than content with a hot water bottle, a onesie and a glass of Merlot, shutting the curtains and binge watching Game of Thrones. But soon I begin to feel distracted, my fingers start to twitch. I grab my phone, I need to scratch that itch. I have a cheeky swatch at Facebook, just for a wee peek, a gander, a small look. Oh. My best pal from high school has announced that she's just got engaged. The standard photo of a sparkling rock on her finger gets me slightly enraged. Why am I getting so annoyed at someone else's plans for marriage? Let her have her time to shine, albeit on a horse-drawn carriage. It's her life, who cares, just keep looking at that amazing romantic meal for two that an ex-colleague is cooking. And don't get me wrong, I'm more than happy with my meal for one takeaway, but there's a niggling, wriggling feeling which just won't go away. Oh, my cousin's posted an album of her holiday to New York, whilst all summer I've been stuck doing outbound call centre work. I'm not where I should be with my career. I can't afford a transatlantic flight. I'm getting near to tears. This is ridiculous that someone else going on holiday is making me frown. There's no point getting jealous, just keep scrolling down, down, down. Oh, a girl I met travelling looking drop dead gorgeous on a night out. Long legs, short shorts, bronze boobs out. Good for her. I heard she worked really hard at that diet. I retract my spoon from my Ben & Jerry's. Maybe I am right. Enough is enough. I log out. I'm sick of this ongoing digital self-harm. I change tact. I'm going to Instagram. An ex-boyfriend showing off his new bird in Sierra filter, all cuddles and Colgate smiles. My best pals en route to my favourite club. Hashtag going out in the tiles. These images instantly make me feel full of jealousy and regret. Maybe I should never have said I want a break or I'll come out next week instead. I'm looking at images of the lives of others, comparing myself against unachievable barometers. I try and make sense of this, and it becomes crystal clear to me that people choose the life that they want you to see. They brag about their perfect boyfriend sending flowers to their flat, leaving out the 6 months, leaving out the blazing argument that caused him to do that. They boast about how happy they are with their new squeeze, editing out the 6 months before of heartache, depression and tears. They post photos of a fancy dinner party and luxurious cocktails, leaving out the fact they can't afford to pay their bills. Now, I'm in no way, shape or form claiming to be guilt-free of these accusations. I'm prone to the odd status update photo lifetime narration. But I hope we can begin to separate the reality from the projections and not rely on Snapchats and the emoticons to fuel my friends' affections. Because pinning it is not the same as living it. And sharing it is not the same as connecting with it. And liking it is not the same as enjoying it. So I decide. Next time I'm feeling happy and I get the urge to post, I'm going to text my best friends and family, the people who matter the most. Now, back to my wee night out. How do I stop myself getting bored? I might write a poem, put it on YouTube and press upload. Thank you.
Thank you, Kat. That was excellent. Our next guest is a guy who I saw and met for the first time last night, who's reading from his an introduction to his novel, which I think he's going to give us tonight. He's a local author, and I'm delighted to introduce him tonight. I hope you'll really enjoy Peter Moore.
Thanks for having us tonight. I've never been called an author before, this is a prologue, if you like to I just finished. The book is it's a story of love rectangle, let's say, between a boy who's in love with his hometown, a foreign girl, and an imaginary city in Italy. But this is a prologue, the introduction is called Everything Here is True, although I might have made a lot of it up. We're doing the right thing. We start at the beginning, the first page, trying to get a feel for it, figure out what's going on. It's a good idea, I do it myself. But if you're waiting for a killer opening, you're going to be disappointed. There's no starting on a knife edge, no dramatic cliffhanger or weighty dilemma faced by the main protagonist, i.e. me. You might be hoping for well-rounded characters, sharp dialogue and a consistent sequence of events. If so, no luck. By the end, you'll probably be expecting some miraculous tying together of the threads, where all dramatic conflicts are resolved and characters see how they've changed. If only. I wish I were right. You might have been looking for a romantic comedy, a murder mystery or a period drama, maybe an action thriller about a maverick cop who doesn't believe in the rules. But this isn't even a page turner or a roller coaster. You won't have to fasten your seatbelt and enjoy the ride. There's no plot to speak of, the locations are unworkable, and there's a leading man you want to punch. There are scenes some readers might find disturbing, including violence, strong language and scenes of a sexual nature, though not enough for my liking. It would be great if relationships and plot progressed towards a natural conclusion, but they never do. The final scene is always the same with me. It's cold, and there's never anyone else around. I'm the so-called hero, the narrator, Victor Brown. Don't worry, I'm not going to start telling you all about myself. The movies I watch, the books I read, or the music I listen to. There will be no brand names as hinterland. I speak with an accent is all you need to know. The rest you can make up for yourself. There's no one here to shut me up, so we're both stuck with this voice droning on. It's the interior monologue. your worst nightmare. Self-indulgence, hubris, that lot, with bells on and fairy lights and a big neon sign screaming me, me, me. I pretend I talk straight, shoot from the hip, tell it like it is, but I exaggerate things, edit scenes to make myself look good and blame other people when it all goes wrong. Everyone sounds the same here too, the same as me, even Gilda and God. It's a rookie mistake, isn't it? A schoolboy error, giving myself away immediately as an amateur, an imposter, a charlatan. Nowhere here are you ever really there, but only inside my head. You see everything through my eyes, I'm afraid. Always me, only ever me, a half-wit on the run. All I have are the stories scrawled across these irradiated pages. Me against the world, resolute but confused, certain but fearful. Come ahead, you complete set of bastards. This isn't some kind of false coming-of-age story, voyage of self-discovery or personal pilgrimage. There's no rubbish about being all you can be or holding on to your dreams. Don't go for it, just leave it. It's not a travel book either. There's no adrenaline rush adventure, bollocks, no bungee jumping or whitewater rafting or trekking through the rainforest. There are no hidden lands apart from parts of Ayrshire. No cultures unchanged for centuries except for this large. No, there's no Ecuador, Philippines, nor Pata Basta, Gonia. I hate travellers and the geeks, gooks, pricks, dicks, weeps, twits and twats who write about it. It's all shite. I mean shite as in utter pish. I had a gap year myself a while back, but in those days we called it being on the brew.
Thanks, Peter. You might know why I buy the book now. Our next act is something special. This is a plan we have for the Southside Fringe this year, where the Govanhill Theatre Group are going to be staging Wasted, a play written by Kate Tempest. And two of the actors from the theatre group are going to give us a little excerpt from that right now, I think, did it? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forget about that. So, we're going to hear another Govanhill for Katie Power and Mona McGeer from Govanhill Theatre Group.
If we're being honest with you, actually honest, not just apparently honest, then we have to tell you we don't have a clue what any of you are doing here.
We don't really know what any of us are doing here.
The thing is,
we wish we had some kind of incredible truth to express, but
we wish we knew the deeper meaning.
but we don't.
We don't have nothing to tell you that we don't already know, and we thought it was worth acknowledging that.
Okay, well, we're speaking plainly. Let's just get it all out in the open.
We're not used to this kind of environment.
We're the kind of people who feel awkward in theatres.
The people that don't laugh at the bits where everybody else laughs.
The people that don't really know what to say afterwards when everyone else is expressing their opinions.
We don't want to stand here in front of you and pretend we can't see you.
We can see you.
And you look lovely, and we're glad that you're here.
We are.
We don't want to show you something impressive that makes you feel clever.
No.
We just want to show you something honest.
Something ours.
And we'll be happy if it makes you feel anything at all.
No big deal, but
At the same time,
everything we ever knew.
what this is home.
Deserted playgrounds, tramps singing in the street, bleeding gums outside the pubs, takeaways and car exhaust, and bodies till you can't see bodies.
Working shit jobs.
And trying to care about things you don't care about.
And saving up to buy things you hate yourself for wanting. Home. A city where nothing much happens except everything.
Where everyone is so entirely involved in their own
Nothing much.
that they forget about that everything else happening elsewhere.
And if we're being honest with you,
And that's all we really want to be.
it's important that we tell you that we have no idea what we're doing.
We need you to understand the history here.
See,
We were 13 once. We were a fistful of beer we jacked for the offie.
we lived without
We
fear
looked up to our elders.
and awaited the days
When we'd be looked up to by kids half our
in
age.
the years past.
And then we got wasted in raves and felt
Godlike,
held spliffs up in the dark of the party like
fog-like,
we were children in a city of
dogfights and rocks,
surrounded by
deadbeats and lost times.
London belonged to us. We smoked skunk on the bus.
Everything was ours.
We got thumped in the guts but stood firm.
We was young and we trusted each other.
It was all romantic and real.
We were frantic and full of feeling and laughing and squealing.
Holding our sides beneath the unfolding of the skies in the evening.
But things happened.
Our eyes got dimmer and our dreams got flattened. We got older, didn't we? We got responsibilities.
Started seeing our defiance as arrogance and stupidity.
We used to be rebellious
And angry.
in it all together.
The time passed and we realised
Nothing lasts forever.
So now we carry within us the fact that we used to be
Eternal.
before the world caught us up and we forgot what we were living for.
And we became
The inmate,
the guard.
the key that locks the prison door.
We used to skim the surface.
Till we sank and hit the river floor.
We realised
But this is all there is.
there really isn't more.
Staring down the
Of
barrel,
an empty bottle.
asking it to give us more.
Hearts beating.
Slower than they used to. Stressing over bills to pay.
A million distractions just to fill the day.
Faces greater than before. It's not our world no more.
Someone else's.
We're less sympathetic and more
Selfish.
less independent and more
Helpless.
Thing is though,
We soldier on through the cityscape.
trying to carve out a niche for ourselves in our little ways.
Life's great.
Life's awful.
Repetitions and figure eights.
We're living like our best days.
Once we slipped away,
And honestly,
how can we rise up and take the reins back?
when all we really want to do is kill our dreams and let our brains
Smack themselves about in the corners of our brain.
desperate for someone to help us but convinced we can't be
We've
saved.
got friends we've known since we were born, but we can't tell them what we're feeling.
We're alone with the city and its dirty, heaving
Where
mess.
the children fight for breath and get old before their
Or
time.
live, die, young enough to live forever, or lose their fucking minds.
And that's the perfect tragedy of London.
Where the best of us lose the ability to function.
And the worst of us cry.
And the rest of us strike on and on through
The mess,
the rust,
the flesh,
the lust,
the lies,
breath,
the
the
dust,
skies we lift our head to watch,
the pride,
the sex,
the blood,
dried
the
food,
stress.
the way we hide from the truth that's inside,
We hold so tight to our disguise,
that we find ourselves alone when we're surrounded.
divided from our tribe. Change coming!
Change coming!
I swear we can change something!
We change nothing.
Change is puffing up its chest.
Change is jumping to its death.
Change is running.
Out of breath.
Change is falling.
Change is calling on its people.
Changes people are not talking. Nothing changes.
You walk around the city.
Stay with strangers.
You might notice an expression on a friend you've known for ages.
But it's hopeless.
We can't keep each other safe.
We can barely focus.
We just want to live.
And what's living if it doesn't kill you?
Every atom in us screaming to let our hearts out.
It's easier to
Pass out.
than to fall asleep peacefully.
If we're lying to each other, we don't mean it deceitfully.
We're nothing more than rag and bone.
With our eyes closed
And stagger home.
where the groaning timbers of the window seem to brag and moan.
They say where you look older,
But you haven't grown.
we see our faces slide across the pain.
We look away.
Nothing for it.
Wash your brain to glory.
Same old story.
And it shows no sign of
Ending.
because there's a whole night ahead of us.
Hours for the befriending.
And no matter what our brain begs of us.
Our hearts are ripe for the tempting.
See,
When you're sick of being trodden down,
you reach for your ascension and the nonsense that we swallow down.
we just want to find some
substance
in this hollow town.
It doesn't matter if tomorrow's round the corner, if your sorrow's drowned tonight.
At least that's something.
And how can we be blamed if every day is the same?
We just want to lose our names and our
We
edges.
just want to lose our minds.
And lose the lines that draw the borders.
Shadows haunt the corners.
No one's going to laugh at you if no one knows your
We
tortures.
want to change.
But change aborted becomes strange.
And we're taunted by the same old repetition.
Then,
But our smiles contorted
and we forget our epiphany.
the minute that we thought it. Everything was
Brighter.
There's no more exhaustion.
The moments were glorious and full of importance.
Now your jaw is clenched.
You feel sick.
It's a bit like you're
Falling.
as your
Night
steps
on the toes of the earth.
morning these other people
on the street,
walking.
people who slept and got up,
The rain's
pouring,
you feel the guilt chasing you down.
your soul roaring. But there must be a way to be more than this.
Life in a city of awkwardness.
We should have been monoliths.
Could have had everything.
We know we've got more to give.
Our skin holds our bones and our organs are moaning.
Because it feels like
Nothing means nothing.
but we need to feel something. 3 friends knee deep in the weekend.
In their own ways, they're all steeped in pretense.
And what they want,
More.
something real they can touch.
Well, you only know what's enough. So know what's more than enough. So,
We have music,
we have love.
we have each other.
But it ain't enough.
So we get room shaking jumps to feel
It feels
good.
because in these vacant, subday days that turn the blood,
Touch my face.
you wake me up.
We love this city, it raised us up.
Told us to brace ourselves against the flood.
It taught us all we
No,
and this is what we've come to show. At times that are strange.
because all times
Our
are.
minds are strange.
Our eyes,
Wine dark.
our lives are played like dice or cards.
But our hearts are good. We wear their scars.
We look up, but there's no
stars.
just streetlights burning down on broken cars.
And in us churning guts.
Unspoken,
Trust.
closed eyes with our minds.
Opened up.
That old mantra learned that soaks us up.
It's best if you don't hope for much. How many times have you dreamed of
Something. But then told yourself your dreams ain't nothing.
The thing is though, your dreams are
More than just something that came before you shook them off.
Your dreams are worth pursuing.
Mate,
You do deserve everything you dare to want,
but you'll never fly till you're prepared to jump.
so here's the thing.
Here's the final once that breaking wave was just a frozen raindrop.
Waiting for its cloud to open and let it fall.
So let it call your name.
The thing inside you screaming.
There is more
To you than your
We
routine.
came here to share this feeling.
And that's your living till you're dreaming.
Thou stay.
Private behind.
Eyelids.
That's the point. We came to speak it.
All the things you hope in secret that you are.
We mean it.
Whatever moves you, you must chase it.
Stand before it and embrace
Like
it.
once you it beckons, it makes itself immense.
Respect it, take it in your arms.
Connect and face it.
For your life is for
Much more.
than getting wasted.
Mona and Katie. Our final act before the break's a very special guest for us. This is a local rapper called LM. She's been doing a lot of work here recently. She's actually helped out the Baths as well, apart from her rap work. But she does a lot of work with Young People Army, who are a bunch of local female rappers in Govanhill, and Big Taj, who beatboxer, who a few people know as a producer and beatboxer. So I wanted to give a big home welcome to our homie, LM.
Yeah, LM, ladies, this is for us. So listen, yeah, this is what I want, this is who I am. LM, and I'm telling them, respect the future, that's what I told ya. You couldn't fuck with the soldier, huh? You're never going to break me. All my ladies, come on, break free. Move forward to your happiness. Love is the best thing that can happen to us. Never give up, never be scared. Fight for equality, cause it's only fair. Everything's gonna be alright. Yeah, you know, here's the fight. We can party all day and all night. We only fight to make things right. Feel me and feel my rhyme. LM, and I'm telling them, respect a woman, respect the rights, respect LM. This is what I'm telling them, respect my rhyme, respect my soul, respect LM. This is what I'm telling them, respect a woman, respect the rights, respect LM. This is what I'm telling them, respect my rhyme, respect my soul, respect LM. This is what I'm telling you, this is what I want, this is who I am. This is for those who say that I can. I don't give a LM, this is what I'm telling you. Respect our woman, respect the rights, respect LM, this is what I'm telling you. Respect my rhyme, respect my song, respect LM, this is what I'm telling you. Respect our woman, respect the rights, respect LM, this is what I'm telling you. Respect my rhyme, respect my song, respect LM, this is what I'm telling you. Respect our woman, respect the rights, respect LM, this is what I'm telling you. Respect my rhyme, respect my song, respect LM, this is what I'm telling you.
That's the end of our first half. We're going to have a wee break, and after the break we'll be back with Loki and Becky Wallace. We'll be doing some things separately and together. Thank you. Sorry, playlists are there, bars over there. Sometimes we'll be complimented on our breaks. Sometimes they're so good people don't come back. We've had a wee change to the schedule, actually. We've had a no-show from our whole second half with Loki and Becky. We're trying to get them on the phone. But luckily, we have in the audience some fine poets who have stepped up to the mark. And a very special poem that you'll get in the middle of the second half. And you'll have to be me again, I think, as well. And in fine tradition of this is not a bums night, I'm going to do a poem about Ayrshire, and it's fuck all to do with Rabbie Burns, like the first half. And but it's about that kind of part of the country that Rabbie Burns comes from, and in true traditional Ayrshire poetry style will be no fucking joy whatsoever. This is called What I Got for My Birthdays. Age 6, Main Street took it home. Me and my mum on the bus to Kilmarnock, and we went to the kiosk cafe for cheeseburgers and milk, and I got a Joe 90 doll. He was made of spongy, foamy rubber that I chewed and chewed and chewed all the way through to his 1960s skeleton, metal spikes. Age 12, Chapel Lane, Galston. My dad said I was to get nothing because we went the week before to the children's party again. But I got Sladest by Slade, and it was made of anthems, all stomping and chanting and strumming, and I kept going until punk. Aged 18, Gateside Road, Galston. I just get back to holiday that morning, where we went, me and Gavin, to a party in the Mills, and I got Susan Turner and a kicking for her boyfriend. And she was made of smiles and eyes, all shiny and clever and beautiful. And I was in love for a while. Age 25, in Govanhill Road, Kilmarnock. Me and Mary were no long married when we went to Millport, bed and breakfast, chips and bingo. And we got a baby on the way. And he was made of caring and sharing and tolerance, respect. And that present I got to keep forever. Age 40, Lamlash Bay, Arran. They came from far and wide, well, from Stuart and Falkirk. And we went to the beach with champagne and cake. And I got all my friends together in one place at one time. And that was made of Paul and Geraldine, Leo and Billy, Melanie and Molly. The kind of present you don't use all the time, you put it away, but it's there when you need it. Age 48, George McTurk Court, Cumnock. Woke up creaking, not one single fucking present or card. So I went to my mum's for cheeseburgers and milk, and I got over 120 happy birthday messages on Facebook, and they were made a digital signal and binary code. And later that night, buoyed by this new popularity, I had a Asda meal for one. Thanks. Our first substitute tonight is a true and classic, brilliant Matthew Lettici, Andy Ritchie type classic substitute. We have a force of nature, an absolute phenomenon who stormed the Scottish poetry scene over the last few years. He runs a successful monthly event in Deep in the West End. It's always worth going to. A big Govanhill welcome for, I think the first time I've had him here, Sam Small.
This is the first love poem I ever wrote. It's called Love Poem Number 1. Took that picture off my wall and put it in the back of the drawer, because I never want to see your face again. Not in a picture, not catching a smile or a reflection, not behind the bar, 'cause I'm sick from buying what you're selling. I'll never see your face again, but I just don't want to throw it away just yet. Do you remember the first night we met? Because when I'm older, I've got someone who's messed me up more than I could currently imagine, who's the mother to my children, my source of inspiration, someone I know is never leaving. Someone who's broke your record. I might want to look at a picture. Remember when it was simpler, wrap a ticket to Brighton and send it in a letter, send it back to the centre of my universe and pray to God you don't still live there, because you are a fucking nightmare. The last time I said I love you, I didn't mean it. But I don't think that was a secret, because most of the time, I love you means all sorts. Most of the time, I love you means anything but. It means goodbye on the telephone. It means it's getting late now, can we please stop arguing? It means you can stay here if you want, you never have to go home. It means did you just throw that ashtray through the window? Because you either mean it all or nothing. Disregard it or say something. If you see someone walking out into traffic, then stop them. Shouldn't that be a natural human reaction? You wanker, because it's happened again. And it's happened before, but that didn't make it any easier, so let's keep our faces separate in pictures for at least the next 25 years. Maybe by then I'll be older and wiser, maybe by then you'll care a little, but I'm not waiting for that either. Step away from the tequila. I think it's time we grew up. Stop betting on dumb luck, bet until the luck stopped and we come out looking like the dumb ones. But the first time I said I love you, I meant it. And I don't think that was a secret, and it might have changed a lot since then, but nothing means the same at the start and the end. It's Willie Mason's oxygen. It's that shoebox in your closet. If I don't delete your number, I'll phone it. Don't take that as an insult, because it isn't. I just don't want to regret when I look back at this. Let's make up without the kiss. Ignorance, as they say, is bliss, so let's forget. Just for a minute. Until we both get past it. We're nearly out the other side, so don't fuck it. We'll look back on this later and be glad that we did it. I promise. We've both got better things coming. Cheers. Everyone loves to get put on the spot. It's all good. This is one of the first poems I ever wrote. It's called Time Travel. My name's Sam, bang! When my name's Sam Small, bang! Bang! But when my name's Sam Small, I'm from the future. I've no time, bang! Fucking bang! When my name's Sam Small, I'm from the future. I've no time to explain, but it's quite clear. Bang! Bang! When my name's Sam Small and I'm from the future. I've no time to explain it. Bang! Fucking bang! When my name's Sam Small and I'm from the future. Let me explain. I'm standing over 6 of my own dead bodies, one for each time that I've travelled. There's me as a woman. The first time I travelled time, I went back to see my parents when they were young. Some years later, when I was born in that timeline, I came out a lady. Don't know what changed, but it must have been significant. Always did make a pretty hot lady though, kind of didn't think I would. So no surprises there. The second time I travelled time, I met my own mum when she was pregnant with me. A strange feeling seeing a bump that I used to occupy. I said hello, asked her if she was excited for the pregnancy. She said she was. They'd been trying for a while and thought it might have been impossible. She asked me what my name was. I said you don't want to know. She said I look familiar. I said I'm sure we'll meet soon. That changed me again. Made me taller, broader, look a lot more like my father than my mother. I don't know what part of these meetings made each of these changes. It's not exact science, but I continued to travel. The third time I travelled time, I went back to the beginning, right to the beginning, trying to prove that God never existed. I did meet a carpenter called Jesus, but I didn't see any miracles. He said it was timing. It was my own fault for getting there late, but it's okay if you missed him because his 12 pals over there are writing a book about him. He said it didn't matter. Even if you had seen him, Sam, man, you'd still want more proof. He said, I love you, and I know you've travelled a long way, but sometimes you've just got to have faith. I guess some things never change. The fourth time I travelled time, things started to go wrong. I met myself in the future. When I was in the past, it was the version of me that had changed when I met Jesus. He said I really messed up the planet. He said World War II never ended. The Beatles never happened. The synthesizer, the drum machine, and the laptop weren't invented. The only place techno now exists in your memory and imagination. We need to bring everyone back. Reset civilization. I said, but how? And he said, you're exactly where you want to be. You don't have to go back in time and change history. If you wanted to be a scuba diver, you'd have a tank on your back and you'd be underwater. If you wanted to be a doctor, you should have tried harder in 4th grade. If you wanted to be married, you should have popped the question. If you wanted to be sober, then you should have stopped drinking. If you want to know where you came from, you should have asked your parents. And if you wanted to be a poet, you'd probably be reading a story about time travel to a Govanhill Baths audience. Now we have to travel time again. Explain the plan to me in the past so I can tell you that round up all the versions of us and trick them so they kill themselves. Do you think you can handle that? And I said, hell yes! Well, you've already seen how that ended at the start, but the last time I travelled time, I never made any changes. I just went to the very end of civilization. I saw how we reacted as the sun swallowed us up as it ended. It took a while to find us because we've been living on Mars for the past 1,000 years. Didn't talk to anyone, didn't look up my great to the power of 1,000,000 grandson, didn't go to any gigs, even though the Rolling Stones were still touring, doing one last reunion to the population of the moon. I just wanted to remind myself how small I really am. Just a tiny blue dot on a big black map. Everyone you've ever loved, known or hated, every war, every death, every fresh newborn baby is just half a pixel on the screen that is this universe, because no matter what you see, man, you'll always need more proof. The entire works of William Shakespeare could fit on one fucking e-book. Sometimes you just gotta believe that what you're doing is good, and I love you, man. I know you've travelled a long way, but sometimes you've just gotta have faith.
Sam Smalls. Second Tuesday of the month. Second Tuesday of the month, in deep next day Kelvin Bridge. Well, actually on Kelvin Bridge, you know. But I'm going to have, already. But we're going to have actual special treatment. I mentioned at the start the history of this place and the fight to save it. This guy was very much a part of that, one of the heroes that was part of the occupation in the picket line out here, one of the organisers from there to here. And he composed a poem of the fateful day when Strathclyde, 800 of Strathclyde's finest or around that number came to have a toe-to-toe battle with the locals for 18 hours. A battle that we lost, part of a war that we won. But I'd like to get a special welcome for one of our Govanhill Baths legends, Nick Sin.
Thanks, Jim. I just want to say a little bit about, there are a couple of people in the audience I notice who are around. Most of you weren't involved in the Baths campaign, maybe you weren't even in Govanhill or Glasgow at that time. We occupied the building, which you can imagine, people got to eat, they need clothing, they need water, they need occupying, in terms of keeping them busy. And if you control the doors here, well, you sort of control the building. And if you didn't control the doors well, you really hadn't got much chance. And a lot of what went on out here was about control of these doors. Fighting with the security guards, moving them off the ramp, and these doors here, controlling these doors here. To keep the spirits up, and also for subterfuge, we used to have a sing-song out here. Some of you may have heard the CDs, seen the song sheets, and we used to sing out here on a Wednesday night, every Wednesday for the 143 days, I don't know how many weeks that was. But of course, if you wanted to saw through the lock, and people were going to hear you, if you were singing, it's kind of like the Great Escape. You used to sing in order to deafen the guards and the police in that car down here, so they wouldn't realise you were sawing through the lock to open this door, and then passing food and clothing through and takeaway meals and so on. So it was quite a thing. You're getting a bonus, in fact. You're getting 3 poems. They're quite short, and they're from this anthology, Take to the Streets, which was published in 2010. It's out of print, but there are PDF copies available. I think the Baths have got them. And this one's out of the archive, and it's in the Mitchell if anyone's interested. First, just a short one. Struggle. Vote for individualism. No such thing as society now. But we showed our children the strength of collective action and what the police are really for. If you were here any weekend, probably, and particularly the May Day holidays during that period up to August, there was things going on. It seemed like that street was closed by us more often than it was open. Music in the what is now the Peace Garden. There was chalking on the pavement, painting banners. There were activities out all the time. May Day marches, all sorts of things. The capoeira, the Brazilian slave, originating sort of African dancing, they came along. There was far-reachers and jugglers, all sorts. And the second poem really tries to capture just a little bit of that. 2001, beginning. Marchers, meetings, banners, posters, swimmers chained inside the baths, supporters statuesque upon the street, new friends we'd yet to meet. Belt out the Wednesday chorus, mask the sounds of subterfuge, words of strength and victory, crafted by one whose legacy endures. Mothers, sisters, daughters, fathers, brothers, sons, by sheer force of numbers, interlopers, beat a retreat. Make a stand for peace, music, juggling, dancing, simply awed by hand on earth, echo the shackles of slavery. These torrid streets have taught us, united, we aren't defeated. Lessons etched like penny rounds. Struggle changes lives. I think the last line is something that really comes over to me, that I met Kaz, who was one of the campaigners, who was very much affected. You know, by what went on, he was 15 at the time. I was somewhat older and been involved in some campaigns. But I think that for those who are involved, and the fact that we have this community centre here and hopefully swimming in the future, it has changed the people who've been involved in it, and it has changed this community. The last poem is the one that Jim mentioned. I wrote this just after the police came and evicted the occupation. And it had quite an effect on me. From a few police and sheriff officers who arrived in boiler suits first thing in the morning, literally hundreds and hundreds of police and dogs and a helicopter and everything. Some of you, even if you went in Glasgow, probably see us on the news, it was worldwide news. So it's called the Battle of Calder Street. It was at dawn they came, 10 blue sheriffs rode into town, jumped out picket, smashed a window. But we were ready too. People poured into the streets, hundreds out to save our pool, symphony of dustbin lids, singing songs of victory. We blocked off the Vicky Road. Cops said they'd arrest us all. Seems they didn't have the bottle, left us there to play football. 12 long hours they looked and listened, as stiff the dogs to search the place. Our two comrades feet away, safe inside a heating unit. Cop shouts out, "Let's do it!" Yellow tide across the street. Young and old fall to the ground. Verdict, shame on you. The kids brought eggs. Grannies came down with water bombs. Black and white, we faced the cops. The paper said we threw whole pineapples. Hear the clatter of horses' hooves, chopper menacing overhead. People with no place to run. Don't fret, it's only crowd control. Ugly shutters might be up, scabs untidy handiwork, but they've united our community. Now we're marching on to victory. The kids brought eggs, grannies came down with water bombs. So if you think that's it, I'll tell you now, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Thank you, Nick. And you can actually see the story and the original footage of people fighting the cops, etc. In a film called United We Will Swim Again. It's produced by Fran Hickson, and it's going touring some film festivals around. We should see it back here in March. We're going to have one final guest before we wind up. Again, a classy substitute. I was actually going to think of some disparaging things to say, because he tends to introduce me as being dour-faced and curmudgeon and all this kind of stuff. I can't, because he's a good guy. Crap away, but he's a good guy. So Yeah, welcome to an incomer. Like most people in Govanhill are immigrants from somewhere. This guy comes from Denison, I believe. So very nice to get welcome Kevin P. Goldie.
Cheeky bastards.
Yeah, so I'll get put in the spot like Sam did at the last minute to perform some poems and they low-key. I keep getting to say low-key. This one's a bit beer. Some of you may be aware, perhaps some of you here, that I'm Kevin P. Goldie and I'm the man who loves beer. I'm an alehouse resident. I can carry in man an amber elixir and biber, a pint swallow and bam, an alcoholic interloper, forever available for a drink. With an etch-a-sketch diary, there's no plans, I won't sink. For a night out, for a quick one, for a lunchtime beverage, for a night in, for a nightcap, for early morning leverage, for a swift one, for a cura, for a Sunday session, for the hair of the dog, for a few tins, for a late night lesson, and how to drink with the best of them, and just vomit-ridden stupor, and get right back on it without complaint. You can't say I'm not a trooper, dedicated to the cause. Field Marshal General of the drink, with strategic intelligence of my targets, instinctively aware of the nearest clink. A glass is shared between lovers, acquaintances and friends, stories regaled of stupendous feats, bridges burned and made amends. The booze seeps into my blood, just a trickle and then a flood that coils around my brain. I calm the spreads across my chest, my anxiety is soon a rest, replaced instead with a yearning for chow mein. And you might let me fuck you now, after I charm and wear and beg, but will you still love me tomorrow, when I have shit running down my leg? Is it poisoned as it's bidden? Capillaries swell and explode as bile is ejected and stomach lining erodes, and I pray for some god to take me to heaven, Valhalla, or the pub, where the antidote awaits me. And therein lies the rub, the comfort, the hunger, the thirst, the craving, the longing, the lust, the demand, the desire to feed, the urge, the want, the need for an artificial aid, social vibrator, personality lubrication, conversation stimulator, and maybe one day it will kill me. And no flags will fly half-mast, but friends and lovers will tell stories, share a joke and raise a glass, chisel it on my gravestone. The man who rests here is Kevin P. Goldie, the man who loved beer. I'll do another one. I'll do Jim likes this one. This is a bit the existential crisis of somebody coming into your house to fix stuff. There's a workie in my house, and he's fixing the boiler or something. I'm not too sure, but he wears overalls and boots, just like my dad. There's a workie in my house, and I should probably offer him tea, but that seems offensive. When did we decide that all workies like tea? There's a workie in my house, and I'm watching him work in silence. It got really weird over a minute ago. There's a workie in my house, and he's about my age, so he should really know the score. Follow the rules, mate. Ask me if I saw the game. If I saw the game last night, well, that team was shite, and the manager will soon be on his way. They spent millions on that guy, and all he does is fucking dive, and at least then I'd have something to say. There's a workie in my house. And I wonder if he judges wallpaper and furniture. Probably not. Well, I've seen worse than mine. There's a workie in my house, and he knows all about it. Pipes and stuff. But all I can do is write bad poetry. There's a workie in my house. I really shouldn't feel this level of angst, existential or otherwise, because he does something useful, just like my dad. Cheers.
So thanks to our substitutes and all that. I'd like to keep the applause going for our sound engineer, Alan Locks. Our staff, Alan Nesta, Steve Dennis, to Kevin Peeble, to Nick Sims, Sam Sforrell, LM, Govanhill Baths, Kate Better, and Robert here, and of course that record. Thanks very much. Keep in mind for everything that's happening at the Baths on the website. On the 23rd of February to the 28th, part of LGBT History Month, we have a play called Fucking Games, or Fucking Games, I don't know. We'll have to see it to find out. And there's a full programme for the Comedy Festival here at the Baths, and films and comedy shows that are in the brochure. Thanks very much. United we will swim.